Shalom Akim, Shalom Yashadallah. First off, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us His truth to rule well. All right, I'm going to be going into Reincarnation. All right, so I'm going to kick it off with Luke 9 and 18. And it says, "And it came to pass, as he was alone praying," which is Yahweh Shai, "his disciples were with him. And he asked them, saying, Whom say the people that I am?" All right, so Yahweh Shai asked them, what do the people say about me, basically? Then answering said, John the Baptist. But some say Elijah. And others say that one of the old prophets is risen again. All right, now that may sound confusing to a lot of people if they don't know that the scriptures actually talk about reincarnation. All right. It says, let me read that again. But they answering said, John the Baptist. Now, why would they say John the Baptist? All right, because, that they could have gotten them confused. Yahweh Shai with John the Baptist. No, they might have thought that, hey, maybe that's that same guy. But some say Elijah. But why John the Baptist and then say Elijah? And others say that one of the old prophets is risen. Now, how is a dead body gonna come back to this world, man? All right, that wouldn't make any sense. But Yahweh Shai explains that John the Baptist is Elijah. All right, and he is the one that was making the way for the Messiah, which is Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 20, it said, he said unto them, But whom say ye that I am? Peter answering said, The Mashiach of Yahweh. All right, so he is the Messiah, Yahweh Shai. All right, so the apostles knew. To all the other people, it was hidden. All right, and back then they knew that there was reincarnation. And nowadays they don't. Our people don't know. All right, that's one of the things that go into lack of knowledge, man. Lack of understanding. All right, so going to Matthew 11 verse 13, it says, For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. And if ye will receive it, this is Elijah, which was for to come. He that hath ears, let him hear. All right, he that has ears to hear, let him hear. All right, so they that are weaned to the milk. All right, like it says in Isaiah 28, I believe. All right, 28 and 9, I believe. Let me get that. This is Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. All right. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people. Now, what happened to those men in that time? The apostles, they started speaking in other tongues, man. All right. And, the elders were talking about those men were from Galilee, and they looked at the Galileans like in the hood. All right. They look at them like hoodlums, you see. And that's how it is nowadays. You see, they look at us and they're like, yo, how are these guys going to be prophets? How are these guys going to be our teachers? They look like they're straight out of the hood. All right. And that's just how Israel is, man. All right. And, the ghetto, the ghetto back in the day, the ghetto was actually described as where they would put the Jews. All right. In ghettos. You see, it was the place where the Jews dwelt. The lowly. All right. Was the ghettos. So same thing with nowadays, man. That's why people don't like to listen, because they want to see something beautiful. All right. They want to see their people, nice and clean shaved or nice and clean cuts. All right. Nice and cleanly shaved and no beards. Or if they do, they want to have nice and edged up. All right, they want their prophets to look good, but the Most High isn't about looking good, man. The Most High is about, doing good. That's the difference. Looking good versus doing good, And what is the good? We're going to get into that, Lord willing, because we're going to have to do the work of the Most High. So let me go back to Matthew 11 and 13. It says, "For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John, and if ye will receive it, this is Elijah, which was for to come. He that has ears to hear, let him hear." Let him hear. All right. So Elijah was prophesied to come back and make a way for the Lord, Yahushua. All right. Elijah was in this world. He could have been in this world plenty of times, but 3 times that it's mentioned in the scriptures. One, when he was taken away from Elisha. All right. Elisha's master was Elijah. All right. That was the first time he was translated. He was taken up by the so-called UFOs. The second time was when he made the way for Yahushua to come. All right. He was basically preaching before Yahushua took over. All right. And the third time was in current times, when he turned the hearts of the children to their fathers. All right, which is basically yourself. Our forefathers are ourselves, man. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. But our forefathers, they're coming back into the flesh. Reincarnation literally means to come back in the flesh. All right, that doesn't mean you look exactly like you used to years ago. But to come back in the flesh means to come back in plain and simple, in the flesh. So let me get Job 14 and 14. It says, "If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait." All right. So if a man dies, will he live again? That's a rhetorical question. All right. Because the Israelites knew back then. All right. All the days of my appointed time will I wait. All right. So throughout this whole entire lifetime will I wait till my change come. All right. And what is that change? When your spirit goes up to the spirit realm up there in the heavens with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and then you're sent back down into the flesh. All right. And when he sends you back down to the flesh, it says, "Thou shalt call, and I will answer thee." All right. So if you're part of the elect, which there's going to be a lot that are called, but few that are chosen, man. But it says, "Thou shalt call," talking about the Most High will call you, and I will answer thee. All right. So Job is saying, when I come back into the flesh, you're going to call me and I'm going to answer. All right. And how do you answer? Through the prophets. All right. So the Most High is speaking through the prophets. And if you answer, it's by turning your ear and hearkening unto the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. Not necessarily saying that the Most High, Salak, not necessarily saying that the Most High is going to literally speak to you through his own mouth and you're going to hear it. All right. He's going to speak through the mouth of the prophets, man. It says, that will have a desire to the work of thine hands. All right. So the Most High requires something of you, man. And that's to work. All right. To do the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. But then he says, all right, he's talking about future tense in those times. All right. You're going to call me and I'm going to have to do the work. All right. But then it goes back and says, "For now thou numberest my steps." All right. So right now, currently, all right, you're numbering my steps and seeing what I'm doing, So he goes from where he's at right now to the future, and then he goes back to his present time. You see, it says, "Does thou not watch over my sin? My transgression is sealed up in a bag, and thou sewest up my iniquity. And surely the mountain falling cometh to naught, and the rock is removed out of its place." All right, so he's saying, in those, in his time, all right, he was being chastened by the Most High, but he says, right now you're numbering my steps. All right, and I know I'm righteous because of the things that I'm going through. He wasn't boasting though, but he's saying in the future, when his spirit comes back, he's gonna have a desire to do the work, man. Just like Elijah. Elijah had to come back 3 times. You know, he had to come into this world 3 times, that are in the scriptures, you know, to do the work of the Most High, man. You know, the spirits come back, man. He's the Father of spirits. All right, the Most High is. So let me go to Revelations 10:10, and it says, "And I took the little book out of the angel's hand, and I ate it up." Now, what is that little book? Like we read in Isaiah 28:9. All right, it's the scriptures, because Yahweh Shai says in Hebrews chapter 10:7, he says, "And lo, I come in a volume of a book; it is written of me." All right, to do the will of the Most High. You know, let me get that. Hebrews 10:7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of a book; it is written of me, to do thy will, O power. All right, so Yahweh, to do the will of the Most High. Now that's what Job was talking about when he said that he was gonna have to do the work and the will of the Most High, man. So back in Revelations 10:10, "And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey." All right, so, you know, learning this truth is sweet, man. It said, "And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter." All right, so he understood the truth, and after he understood the truth, he realized what was going on, man. All right, it says, "And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings." So guess what? John the Revelator is back in this time. All right, he's back in this time doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is to go out to the highways and the hedges and to preach. All right, to prophesy. Thou must prophesy again. You know, that's what it means to come back in the flesh, man. You see, to do the will of the Most High. You know, so let me go to Hebrews 11:39. It says, "And these all, having obtained a good report through faith, receive not the promise." All right, talking about in the ancient times, you know, our forefathers, they did the work of the Most High, and they didn't receive the promise. It says, "Our power, having provided some better thing for us." All right, so he's saying us, as in the prophets as well of old time, that they, all right, the old prophets, without us, you know, in this present time, should not be made perfect. And why is that? Because we're coming back in the flesh and being made perfect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, that's why Yahushai said in Matthew 24 and verse 30, I believe it was 39. So like it was 24. Matthew 24, and so like it was 34. Matthew 24:34, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled." So what does that mean? That means in the end times, all right, in the end times when all this stuff is going down, which is now, all right, all these things are going to be happening, you know, through the same generation that was on this earth when Yahushua was here. That's why he said, "This generation shall not pass." All right, that doesn't mean that they're going to live forever. See, if you're in that Christian doctrine, that wouldn't make any sense, man. You know, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that is working with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and then them teaching us this truth, and Yahweh and Yahushai working with you know, the brothers, sincere brothers, you know, you come to understand that reincarnation is actually in the scriptures. All right, because this wouldn't make sense. Verse 34 wouldn't make sense. "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled." You see, because you come back in the flesh. So when all these things are happening, these end time things, all right, you're actually going to be living in this earth. All right, those men of old, the prophets of old, all right, those men of renown, they're here right now. All right, so what's given unto us is to hearken unto the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai being preached by the prophet, by the men at Great Millstone, by these men that are sincere to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, it says, heaven and earth shall not pass away, but my word, Salakia, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. All right, heaven and earth, there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. All right, in the sense that it's going to be under a new rulership, you see, and you know, all these chemicals that are in the sky, all these chemicals that are on the earth, all right, all this wickedness that is in the earth, even the heavens are defiled, you know, up here here on earth, the skies are defiled by Esau, Edom. So when that man is put away, Jacob is going to come into power, and then he's going to reign forever, like it says in Deuteronomy 33. You know, from verse 26 on down. So through the reincarnation, we have a work to do, man. You know, and that work is the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Nothing else, you know. So with that, Akim, I want to say shalom. Peace and blessings to the 12 tribes of Israel. And as always, giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kudash. Giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth. Shalom, Akim.